Oh my god, it's time. We're reviewing my fucking stop. We're reviewing my favorite show. Are you done, Logan? Are you done?
A pilot podcast.
That's my favorite show.
Me too.
Oh my god. Well, welcome. We are a pilot podcast. I'm Franny.
I'm Cody /CL.
Logan.
Okay.
That's me. Real quick, I just want to say something. At the time, I'm just going to say this for my sake. I don't know when this is going to be released in relation to everything else, but there's a Dexter episode we did that definitely is coming out before this. I just want to say that we didn't know that there was a new Dexter show coming, so that's why we didn't mention it. I'm sure there's like a billion, because the episode's going to air after the announcement that Dexter's coming back. I just wanted to mention it now that we didn't know that. And when it comes back, we'll probably do a little something for it. So there you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
In other news.
Thank you for everybody who's subscribing. Super cool. We're nearing the 100 area. We're like halfway there. The views have been a lot better than the subs. Probably because of the other podcasts we do, but who knows? Maybe people are super into Boy Meets World and stuff like that, but that video is the most recent one at the time of this recording, and it's doing really well, so thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Definitely sub. Hit that bell, like button. And then the more that we get noticed on this platform, the more that will pop up other places. It's kind of like a litmus test for other services, so definitely like us on YouTube, rate us on Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. Leave us a good review. Anyways, let's talk about stuff now. Let's talk about what Franny wanted to talk about.
Oh my god, it's time to talk about Vampire Diaries. But should we say like what we do here first?
Sure, Franny, take it away.
Yeah, so we are...
Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba. Here comes Franny explaining the rules.
So... we are a pilot podcast. We review 2 pilots of 2 separate shows. First, we talk about them without spoilers and just talk about the pilot. And then it'll be all time-stamped in the description. Then we talk about like other stuff, like more spoiler stuff, if we've watched the rest of the show or not, that kind of thing. Yeah. Today we're talking about Vampire Diaries and Teen Wolf.
Alrighty, The Vampire Diaries is an American supernatural teen drama television series developed by Kevin Williamson and Julie Plec, based on the popular book series of the same name written by L.J. Smith. The series premiered on the CW on September 10th, 2009 and concluded on March 10th, 2017, airing 171 episodes over 8 seasons.
Fucking fuck, that's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, it is a lot of episodes.
So now, many of you may know me from Crosscut Cinema. Many of you might even know me from this. Perhaps we talked in high school. I don't know. But there's some people who may know me from my blip of Twitter fame relating to the Vampire Diaries.
What?
So one summer, I was hanging out with a different Cody, and we were watching Vampire Diaries because he really loved it. And I noticed how big the main character, Paul Wesley's fucking eyebrows are. So I thought, I'm a comedian, sort of, or at least I want to be. So I got on Twitter, and I tweeted at him, hey, bro, your eyebrows look like you ripped 2 different mustaches off of 2 different luchadors after you beat them to death. To which Twitter blew up after Vampire Diaries retweeted my tweet. To which people were attacking me. So the general understanding that I got is that Vampire Diaries at the time was retweeting anything about Vampire Diaries. So they weren't looking. And they all got really pissed. And then someone who claims to be Paul Wesley, which I think it was upset. To say the least. Apparently, I just want to attack people because I'll never really succeed in life. And I'm just a nasty, mean-spirited person.
Finally, someone said it.
I just want to mention that I deleted this Twitter because it got scary. But it had somewhere in the realm of like 30,000 likes in like 2 hours.
Ouch.
Which, I mean, more people liked my post than his, so people clearly know what I'm talking about, considering he has a 1 head but a 5 brow. Like, it takes up his whole fucking face. And also, Paul Wesley, you're listening to this. Fuck you in the ass. I was a child, and you attacked me on social media. Whether you realize it or not, you were a public figure. I'm allowed to make fun of your eyebrows. You're not allowed to make fun of a 16-year-old. So fuck you in the ass. Also, it's my greatest moment. Now talk about the show.
Okay.
Can we just talk about how I've never heard that story and I've known you for like 3, 4, 5 years?
I've never told you that story. I tell that story
never
all the
known
time.
that story.
It was my first blip of fame, dude. There was
Loves
people who
that
were like,
story.
he's so right. And then other people were like, yeah, that's why I'm Team Damon. And I'm like, all right. I don't know what any of that shit
God.
means.
This is embarrassing. Anyway.
They're like, his eyebrows are really big. And some people are like, you're so mean. And then one dude's like, he's discount Robert Pattinson with big scruffy eyebrows. It's all true.
I was like, I mean, falser things have definitely been said.
For sure. And like, I've seen his other stuff. I saw a Killer. Was it Killer film?
We don't talk
Serial
about that.
Killer movie?
Movie, yeah.
Dude, fuck you. Like, fuck you, honestly. Sorry. Anyway, I'm getting too political here, I think.
You
I don't know
really
what else to call that.
So, Franny, tell us about your favorite
Okay.
TV show.
Tell us about how much you love the character of
Yeah,
Stefan.
how much do you love this show?
I mean, he's not my favorite character. I never said that. But first, let's talk about my least favorite character. So, the pilot follows Elena Gilbert, 17-year-old, from Mystic Falls. It's after the death of her parents. It follows her going back to school and dealing with all that. She meets a handsome new student with a little bit of mystery, a little bit of edge, named Stefan, who's hiding a dark secret that she doesn't know yet. And she has a friend, Bonnie.
Insert drive heave.
I was about to say, like, big gay.
Oh, God.
Big eyebrows.
Yeah. I feel like he doesn't compulse people with his eyes. It's his big bushy eyebrows. They just stare into it for so long.
Just one little caterpillar wiggle and you're his.
His eyebrows look like they were pulled out of Pan's Labyrinth.
God damn it. God damn it.
What?
It's going to derail the whole thing. Talk about his
going.
eyebrows.
Keep going. I'll stop interrupting when you start saying something interesting.
He looks like Rock Lee from Naruto.
Dude, I was so Gaara in that moment.
God damn it.
You're just all about the love.
I mean, I thought it was a funny tweet. I don't know what his problem. Anyway, sorry. I keep interrupting. He's just really aggressive. I don't know why.
Maybe it's because he's a vampire.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. He turned off his humanity or whatever the fuck they call it.
God damn it. I've seen the memes of like me turning off my humanity because McDonald's got my order wrong.
Apparently in the show, there's this thing where when
humanity switch.
they
is what
can
call
turn
it.
off their morality, which by extension of that existence, they would always have it off.
Well,
Because
no.
because your morality's off.
Your humanity. Not your morality.
It's
I
the
guess
same
it's the same
fucking thing.
thing, but
But what would ever like persuade you to turn it back on?
That's what I'm saying. That it doesn't make any sense because you don't have any humanity. So why
no,
would you
it's like you're supposed to be like how they get vampires that have turned their humanity off to turn it back on is they have to make them feel some kind of emotion.
But they can't because they don't have their humanity on.
Well, they talk about it later, but like it's not like it's ever like you can't ever really get rid of your humanity. It's like a dimmer. It's like a dimmer.
Turning it down.
Yeah.
Alexa, turn the dimmer down.
Yeah, they're putting that shit on snooze.
Turn my humanity to 10%. But so it follows 17-year-old Elena reeling from the death of her parents. She meets mystery boy
By
Stefan.
55-year-old actress, what's her name? Nina Dobrev?
Yeah,
Nina
Nina
Dobrev, something like that. It follows her. The town kind of like has an air of mystique too, Mystic Falls, and she has a friend Bonnie who I guess thinks she's a witch and gets a weird vibe from Stefan, and then it follows them.
What's up, buddy?
It just sounds like me. She has a friend named Bonnie who thinks she's a witch.
I love it.
I'm just like, me too, Dina Dobrev, be my friend.
There's a whole thing where like the Bonnie character like thinks she's psychic the whole episode because she's like coming to terms with the fact that she's a witch. Cody's just dancing and pointing at himself. And she sees like crows and stuff, like in visions.
The fucking crows.
Oh my God.
We'll talk about.
Oh my God.
You have
The
to review.
Damon.
You have to review this episode as it stands alone. You cannot talk about things of later. Yet.
That I know, but that is in the episode.
That's what
the
I'm saying.
crows.
Yeah. But I didn't want to continue on about the crows. I didn't want to give away anything.
So they definitely scrap a lot of stuff after this pilot. I mean, I feel like I summarized the pilot. Is there more to say?
Yeah, there definitely is. So there's a little brother who I think
yeah.
is a date rapist, and he's trying to fuck his, which is, by the way, this is a problematic thing, trying to fuck his sister's ex-boyfriend's sister.
Yeah.
And succeeded a few times and refers
Because
to himself.
drugs.
At one point, she goes, "You're just like a lost little puppy," and he says, "Do you fuck little puppies?" And I said, "What? What the fuck?" I'm literally gonna put that exact like subtitle quote on the thumbnail. I think it's necessary.
No,
because that is exactly how the dialogue in this whole show is.
It's bad.
It's
bad.
really
it's
bad.
so good. You just gotta get past the dialogue and past Nina Dobre's.
Get past
acting.
the acting, the dialogue, the story, and the direction. It's great.
No, the story, the characters, and the direction is phenomenal.
The direction is phenomenal.
Yes.
There are multiple scenes where this Elena bitch, who is 45 years old.
No, she's only like 20.
Well, she looks 45 years old.
You know,
She looks like the
she's
hot
like
mom where
maybe
you
like
go to your
23.
friend's house. She looks like the hot mom when you go to your friend's house and she has fruit snacks and shit.
No, like she's actually not incredibly like.
She is the hot mom that has the book club and she gets super drunk while you and your friends are upstairs and she's like, "Oh, Timmy."
But for you to try to tell me that this bitch is in high school, come on.
This bitch is exactly 20.
Yeah, she's not in high. She's not a fucking sophomore in high
She's
school.
supposed to be a 17-year-old.
Bullshit.
Reeling from the death of her parents.
Yeah. What I was gonna say was this show is so terribly shot that
It's perfectly shot.
You gotta let us give the opinion.
No.
And there's scenes where she'll be doing, emo girl shit. She'll be like sitting in a graveyard, which is like, dude.
Oh my
calm
God,
down.
the graveyard scene.
I get that your parents are there, but like they don't want to hang out. That's why they're gone. They never wanted to stick around.
Oh my God, yeah, she goes to a graveyard and like writes in her diary.
And then to insinuate that there's evil afoot, fog fills the graveyard.
And a crow.
And crows show up. And I just thought, is Vincent Price about to come out and be like, "Welcome to the theater dome"? Like I'm expecting Nosferatu to like crawl out and shit. But of course, like he's also in high school. He's wearing like Air Nikes and shit, or Air Jordans or whatever the fuck those shoes are. No, they try to take a lot of old concepts, a lot of D&D concepts, a lot of Dungeons and Dragons concepts.
They really do.
And
They
incorporate them into a teen drama without paying any homage or importance to the source material.
No, but I like I like the fact that they stick like so closely to like common lore.
But then they don't.
That's my big problem with like what we're talking about later, Teen Wolf.
Really? Because Teen Wolf is very close to its source. We'll get there. But this show also, that's spoiler talk. Never mind.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
All right. So the issues with the show. The character Stefan is wooden.
Yes.
If somebody would tell me that this is actually a teen drama about Pinocchio, I'd believe it.
He needs a wooden steak.
He's not. He needs a steak.
He needs a steak, and me too. I'm hungry.
Ian Somerhalder carries the whole show always.
I don't agree. I think he's pretty terrible too.
No, his acting is great.
I think the best actor/actress in the show is the Matt's sister character.
Oh, spoilers. She's not in a lot.
Well, at the end, doesn't she die at the end of this pilot?
Yeah.
So I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, she's not in it for long. Yeah.
But you probably still shouldn't have said that, but it's fine. But no, she's the best actress.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an odd opinion.
It's a pretty accurate opinion, I think. She's kind of bratty and annoying and everything. The character itself's bad, but she totally embodies that character. She's very believable.
Yeah.
I mean, she said doesn't want to fuck a puppy. That's what she said, and that's she's
Shut
sticking by
the
it.
fuck
But
up.
no, seriously though, she's one of the better ones. Like the Matt character, is that his name?
Matt Donovan.
Oh my fucking God! Like literally, like
Which one's that one?
The Elena's ex-boyfriend.
the blonde guy. He's like Elena.
The one that the love wasn't passionate with.
This is his tone of voice always. Elena, I just don't understand why we're not in fucking right now.
No, that doesn't change the whole show.
I really
It's just him.
I want to give us another shot. I really need like any sort of pick me up
hate
at
you.
all.
There's like
I need a
the
storyline.
Can you eat it from the bag? Like, just like so fucking boring. I want him to say something interesting. Like,
there's like the TikTok trend, like how many shots would it take for me to like hook up with like a cast member of blank and blank. And I saw one for Vampire Diaries, and for Matt Donovan, it was not enough alcohol in the world, and I agree.
Yeah, because alcohol and roofies are different.
I fucking hate that.
yeah, and also he looks 85 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Also, they all somehow hang out at a bar, even though it's not a bar, it's a clubhouse or
It's
some
a
sort of.
grill. It's the Mystic Grill.
Like, get the fuck out of here. You wanted your characters to be able to go into a bar but still play football. Like, that's all you wanted, you fucking assholes. You didn't know how to conventionally write a way for all these people to hang out, so you created. There's not a fucking place on the planet, except for maybe a comic book store, where young people gather around in a publicized big setting like that, like a fucking corporate setting. It doesn't happen because young people love drugs, so we're not going there.
They're good kids.
Except the one who was like, I do a bunch of drugs and
Yeah.
slept with you, and now you won't. What?
Yeah, now you want to fuck this little
He's a
puppy.
sad
Why
boy.
won't you sleep with me? I'm a little puppy doggy.
Yeah.
It's a sad boy.
Instead, she's fucking
No.
her
Tyler.
brother's best friend,
Yeah.
and he is awful, but he's supposed to be. But I also mean his acting.
He's definitely one of the better actors, I'd say. I'd say the worst actress is Nina.
The main character, everybody.
The main character. She is god awful. Later in the show, she plays like multiple characters. I won't get into depth about that.
That's still spoilers. You're definitely driving into the spoilers.
Fucking A.
Let's just, you know what? It's clear that we can't talk about this without talking about spoilers. So
Yeah.
first off, there's tons of characters on the docket. I just want to list them out. There's the friend who thinks she's a witch, but she's actually a witch. She's Twitch as fuck. She's Twitches. She's very Disney Channel witch style. There's the younger brother.
Bonnie's amazing. Don't you ever call her.
I don't think anything I said was an insult.
I love Twitches.
Yeah,
Twitches is great.
Isn't that something that
She's
people
very
love?
twitchy, I'd say.
Yeah.
Just on so much drugs.
Yeah.
God damn it.
There's the younger brother who looks the
Jeremy
exact
Gilbert.
same age, and you're trying to make me believe he's 15 when
Yeah,
he
no.
looks like he could like coach like Pee Wee football.
Agreed.
She's only supposed to, they're only supposed to be like a 2-year age difference.
Yeah,
I don't
he's-
think it's that
He's
unbelievable.
15.
Yeah, he looks, well,
He looks
Get the
like
fuck out of here. He looks 15. I'm sure he fucked all the other 15-year-olds looking like that and shit. That's a grown adult looking man.
I'm a Vampire Diaries apologist.
Yeah, it shows. But
It could shit in my mouth and I'd think it.
there's that character. There's the blonde bitch who just desperately wants to get
Candace
fucked.
Acola.
I mean, dude, she fucks, dude. She wants to get fucked so bad. And she's really mad that this other girl everybody wants to fuck instead of her. Like, that's her character. Don't say it changes later in the show because this is what her
I know
character
we're
is
basing
right
off
now.
of the pilot. The pilot, they scrap a lot of shit. They scrap Damon, like, whole controlling fog and fucking having a crow he controls.
Yeah, this is spoilers. You're spoilering things.
No, this is in the first episode.
But they didn't-
where
but,
he has
like,
a
they
crow.
didn't take
They
it
didn't
away.
cut it in the first
Okay,
episode.
well,
I would
My
not watch
bad.
this show. It's hot garbage.
Yeah. It's going to be 0 out of 10 for me.
It's boring.
I do have fun facts real fast.
Well,
So
let's just say we're going to spoil things after this so your fun facts don't accidentally spoil anything.
my fun facts aren't going to spoil anything.
Okay, go ahead.
The cast got arrested together. Like the four main characters: Nina Dobrev, Sarah Canning, who plays Sarah Canning plays the Aunt Jenna. Kayla Ewell, which
Hold on.
is
I watched that whole pilot. Who the fuck is Aunt Jenna?
Aunt Jenna. She's in the episode.
She's like, you see her
She's their
once.
caretaker.
Dude, I didn't even see her at all. I must have missed it.
Well, you see her like for 2 seconds because she's like helping them get ready for school.
I just want to make sure I didn't fucking like totally
No.
ignore part of the pilot.
And then Kayla Ewell, the girl you think is the best actress, and
She is the best actress.
Candace Acola, the one that plays Caroline, now Candace King. They all got arrested for public indecency. They were flashing people on a bridge in Georgia, I believe, and they were all
What the
arrested.
fuck? That's literally like imagine replace what they're doing with a man, and that's the most upsetting thing I've ever heard. Just pulling their dicks out.
There's their mug shots. We can post that on like the Instagram or something,
I'll put it on the thumbnail.
or the Twitter.
This is
or
gonna be
whatever.
a loaded ass thumbnail. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put it all
Yeah.
over everything.
But yeah, they all got arrested together.
Wow.
Monroe County Jail.
I wish they would have stayed.
Yeah.
Also, it's funny how close in age they are. So Sarah Canning is supposed to play like the aunt, like the older aunt, and she's 22. Nina Dobrev is 20. Kaylee Wells, the oldest, she's 24. Oh, I guess another girl, Krista Veda. I don't know who she plays. She got arrested with them too. I don't know, but yeah, a lot of them got arrested together for flashing people on a bridge.
Wow.
I think that's
It
pretty.
can happen to famous people too, guys.
Yes. Well, it was before they were famous. It was during the pilot, so nobody knew who the fuck they were. It was before filming.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
That seems really irresponsible and gross too.
Yeah.
And I think not a lot of them were on work visas, if I believe. So there was
If I
like
believe.
there was shut up. There was
I
talk
love
of them
you.
like losing their work visas over.
Oh, that would have been a better TV show.
Oh, dude, the making of Vampire Diaries sounds like a better
Because
TV
I
show than
don't,
Vampire
I don't
Diaries.
believe Nina Dobrev was a citizen then. Maybe not. I don't know. I think, yeah, at least a couple of them were.
I do want to say one thing about the show before we move on to spoilers.
Yeah.
Actually, I totally buy the couple, the main couple, the titular couple.
Stefan and
They have real
Elena?
chemistry.
Yeah.
They just have chemistry of two full-grown adults.
yeah.
But it's real. It's definitely real. You
Yeah.
can definitely see it on screen. She wants to curl up in those big ass eyebrows.
I was going to say, I feel like it's more on her side.
Yeah.
Really, I see it from him too, for sure.
I mean, I see it a little bit, but
I really buy their coupling because it's not like they each have like a serious infatuation with each other. Like that's what's so important. Is like that's the one thing I kind of get about the show, where it's not just like I want to fucking rip your fucking clothes off. Like that's how Twilight was, where it was just like
Yeah.
I think you're stupid. Well, I think you're stupid. You want
It's
to
a
get
little
you want to
more
go
like-
and fuck. Like that's the whole movie.
It's a little more emotional than that
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah, definitely. They both are interested in what each other has to say about life, even though
Yeah.
I find them to be fucking boring as shit. But they like each other. That's important. All right.
can we talk about how boring their diary entries are? Literally, Vampire Diaries. The diaries are the most boring part of this show, and they make me want to crawl up a wall.
I like the
Why?
part when they're in the graveyard and Elena's writing in her diary and Stefan comes out of nowhere and he like hands her back her diary.
I just wish they would have put their fog budget in their writing budget.
Oh God.
And here's the other thing too is I think the show was trying to get us to think that Stefan was like, I have crows, but like I never thought that. I never can. Because the concept is so stupid to me.
What did you think about the introduction of the Damon character?
Terrible.
Hello, brother.
Hello, brother.
God,
And I'm just
those
like,
words.
oh my god, they're about to like drop trow. Like, this is hot. I was like, this is the hottest scene. They're gonna fuck right now. Because they're like looking at each other and they're both sweating in that Georgia heat, and you're just like, oh my god, they need each other's love. And it's like we're brothers. I'm like, fuck, it's
And
the front page of
also-
Pornhub all over again.
Hold on, the Nina Dobrev playing multiple characters is fucking talked about in the first episode.
Okay, but none of the scrapping of things was not, which is the main titular point
True,
that we're making.
true.
So.
Because
Are
the
you saying
whole-
titular? That's not the correct terminology for what I just said. I get obsessed with certain words, and I'll be like, that's an infamous scene when I'm talking about like a good scene. They're like, that's not correct, Logan. I need to be policed. Twitter, police me like you did with that one tweet I left out there.
Oh God.
Poor Paul Wesley. I destroyed his ass on Twitter.
They have a
Proud of
bourbon
He
now.
wishes he would destroy his ass on Twitter.
Him
They
and-
have a bourbon now, which
yeah,
is...
him and Ian Somerhalder have their Brothers Bond bourbon, and I want it so fucking
I
bad.
just want to point out that they're literally like, they just market off of the show and don't really... They don't work.
That's fine.
They're like, buy our fucking alcohol because you're a fan of our vampire show. We're gonna
that came
capitalize
out
off
10
of that.
years ago.
Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, do some work.
Ian Somerhalder has done work. He
Isn't
had
it-
V-Wars.
I wonder how he landed another vampire show.
He didn't. I don't know if he was a vampire in V-Wars
It
or
doesn't
not.
fucking matter. Like, he's getting an immediate audience with vampire goers.
Yeah.
Because
true.
you little vampire goers, you'll like stick to vampire shit pretty aggressively.
Pretty much. I pretty much stick to vampire shit.
All right, so let's go into spoiler mode now.
Yeah. Well, we can also talk about the source material. So this was written because of a book from the 90s. What? Did something happen with your thing? Okay, pause, I guess.
No, don't pause.
No?
I keep trying to get into spoilers so you don't accidentally spoil anything, but you're like, nah, we can keep going.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Spoiler talk starts here.
Yes,
Okay.
there we
Let's
go. Now
talk
you can
about the
talk
source material.
Now you're not constrained to talk about, like, the thing is, you're trying not to spoil anything, but, like, if you just say, like, me and Cody both say, well, actually, here, spoiler talk will start after this. I would not watch the show. Cody would not watch the show. Franny fucking loves the show. Spoiler talk starts now.
Oh, hold on. Fuck, marry, kill.
We forgot that was an important part.
I just wish they'd all die. I'm done.
All right, Cody.
Who would you fuck, marry, kill?
Well, first, let's say who we are. Then we get.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that after spoilers? I want to hear
let's
more
do that
about like
after
what these characters
spoilers.
actually are.
Yeah, because I
But
know who I am later.
No. Actually, no, we can't because then I have to put in another timestamp. So no, we cannot do that.
God damn it.
Say who the fuck you are right now.
Skip me. I barely remember. I mean, probably
You're Bonnie.
Bonnie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was
You're
like,
Bonnie.
I don't know her name. I just know she looked at a bottle for a long time and was like, oh, I'm psychic.
That was me on my first
love it.
edible, dude. Just stared into one spot for like 20 minutes. Like, wow.
Okay, my fuck, marry, kill. I would.
First, say who you are. Then we
Oh.
do the fuck, marry, kill.
I don't want to be any of them currently, but later I am Caroline for sure. Not current Caroline, but later down the road Caroline.
Okay. Well, I'm clearly Paul Wesley's eyebrows. No. I would say someone else has to say because I feel like
you're Damon.
Yeah, I was about to say you're Damon.
Fuck
And I was
yeah.
like, you got the
Hell
eyes.
yeah. Hell yeah.
That's why I liked you so much because I'm Team Damon.
Because I'm a bad boy and I've always been bad.
I'm a bad boy.
All
But
right.
You're a cringy
Now
boy
let's do
who
the
wants
fuck,
to
marry,
slam
kill.
his brother.
my fuck, marry, kill is, God damn it, I'd fuck the shit out of Damon. I'd marry Stephanie's pretty dependable. I'd kill Elena.
Honestly, I have no idea.
You can't even, dude, based off
Not
of the
even
physical
looks?
representations.
The only face I can actively remember is Damon's and Elena's.
Wow.
The
So-
other two are like, even Stefan's face is very blurry for me. Literally, except the top of his eyebrow to his hairline.
God damn it.
It's very visible for me.
His hero hair, as they call it throughout the show.
This show's so cringy.
It's so good.
It's so bad.
It's so good.
I can't believe we have to
guys.
keep talking about it after we get through this part.
I know. I'm so
I love
upset.
it.
I'm so
it's my
upset.
favorite thing.
I would, I guess, slam eyebrows, marry Damon, and kill Elena, because those are the only three characters I remember the face of.
What about you, Logan? What would you do?
All right. Well, I'm definitely gonna fuck a woman, so I'm already gonna be different than you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck Caroline because she fucks. Like she fucks. You know what I mean? Like,
But what is she? I had to Google.
She's blonde and she fucks. Now, usually the blonde part's a turn off for me,
That's why I was like, never mind.
but she fucks, dude. Or Bonnie because that's more my style. You know what? Hold on. I think
Bonnie's a bad bitch.
because the understanding is if you marry somebody, you're gonna fuck them a lot. At least
Yeah,
you want to be
I
happy.
agree.
I kind
So-
of want to. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I'll fuck Caroline. I'll marry Bonnie.
Hi.
We'll get married. I'll wear like a little witch's hood and shit. We'll get our sorting hat out at the wedding. It'll be hot because she's like a witch, right?
yeah,
This is
she's a
definitely
witch.
what me and Logan's wedding
She's a
would
Bennett
be.
witch.
It would
God
be
damn it.
me in a
The sorting
witch's
hat.
garb.
And then like you get like one of those little penis hats later, and it's a little sorting hat.
Horrible.
Anyway,
I'm disgusted.
so I'd marry Bonnie. I'd fuck Caroline, and I would kill. Oh, I think for like the good of everybody, I don't know. The thing is,
Just
feels,
kill Nina Dobrev, please. Just
It feels fucked up to be like, I'll kill a woman because she's a bad actress. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and kill Damon.
Not Paul Wesley's character?
No, because who am I gonna get Twitter famous off of making fun
Oh,
of?
God.
You know, like, I gotta revisit that well eventually.
If we're going off the logic that the person you marry you get to fuck often in this fuck, marry, kill
get
game,
to fuck I like that.
I'm switching mine. I'm fucking Paul. I'm fucking Stefan once, but fucking Damon forever.
Which now we get into spoilers.
Now we'll get into spoilers.
You are definitely the Nina Dobrev character, because isn't that what she does?
No, yes, but personality wise, I am Caroline 100%.
That's not what I'm
guarantee
saying.
you.
Doesn't she fuck the one dude and then get with the other guy?
Yeah, they go different than source material. So in the source material, she ends up with Stefan, but like has a thing with Damon. In the show, her and Stefan date for a while, but then she ends up with Damon.
Okay, first of
all,
all,
it kind of goes based off of, they kind of have a thing to begin with, just like on a chemistry level. And they make it pretty obvious, which I don't understand why Logan thinks her and
let me actually say
Stefan
my
have
bit.
so much
First
chemistry.
of all, I need you to fact check that she ever hooks up with Damon in the novels because I don't get that vibe.
She does have a flirtation at least.
Let me get this idea out there. So there is a clear relationship that is very well defined, probably the only defined thing in the show between Stefan and Elena that I believe. Don't interrupt me. Let me finish.
Yeah.
And then because the fans thought that Damon was fucking hot, they decided that Elena should end up with Damon, even though there's no clear chemistry whatsoever.
That feels like her older brother.
So it says something.
Her uncle.
Just from
honestly, yeah, uncle.
Like
no. From a Google search, it says, based on the book, although Elena has a strong connection with Damon, she will always love Stefan much more due to the soulmate principle shared between her and Stefan, which I'm guessing is the doppelganger curse thing.
Doppelbanger, more like.
Elena finally chooses Stefan, her true soulmate, over Damon as her eternal life partner and mate. So I'm guessing she also stays a vampire in the books. Because in the movie, she becomes a vampire. Or in the show, she becomes a vampire. And then stops being a vampire. And that's around the time she promptly leaves the show.
Do you hear how stupid this fucking show is? Starts being a vampire, and then she's like, that shit's lame. And she stops.
They make... One thing I do appreciate about this show is it's hard to explain everything that happens, but when you watch it, they make it very easy for you to follow. Based on lore-wise.
They treat vampirism in the show like your friend who gets you involved in the pyramid scheme. You're like, I'm going to sell like this product for a couple of weeks. And then after a while, you're like, I think it's kind of fucked up.
No, it's because of a cure for vampirism.
To me, it just sounds like veganism. They're just like, I'm vegan, guys. And then 2 weeks later,
then people find out about keto and like, you know what? I should just do that instead.
Just do keto.
Sorry. Cows, I'm sorry.
So now that we can talk about spoilers, though, so later in the show, there is a point in this fucking show where Nina Dobrev plays 3 different fucking characters, 2 prominently for a long time, and it is fucking god awful to watch at times because she's such a bad actress. She can barely play Elena, who is stiff as a board as a character, and then she's supposed to play like this, like kind of like more personality driven, like more like bratty character, and it's not bearable at times.
When I managed a video store, there was a movie called Flatliners. It was a remake of the Kevin Bacon classic.
Yeah.
And it has Nina Dobrev in it. Okay. Someone came back in and said they wanted their money back because of how awful her acting is. True facts. They thought they were talking about Ellen Page, but then they pointed to Nina on the case. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about Nina.
Yeah.
So
I think it was another casting where they wanted a certain look.
Imagine Vampire Diaries with Ellen Page.
No. I don't want to do that.
I'd watch the crap out of that.
I'd watch the fuck out of that.
I would love to watch that.
That sounds and then she ends up with Caroline in the end.
Yes.
Caroline becomes such a bad bitch the second she becomes a vampire. I fucking love her. She is my favorite character as far as the girls go, the show. By a long shot.
And
it's kind of like they kind of make it a thing where like a couple of the characters, when they became vampires, they kind of like found themselves, and Caroline's one of them. She's a much better vampire than she was a human.
Feels like a Scientology like recruitment film.
They kind of jokingly explain who Jack the Ripper is in this. They kind of tell you that Damon was Jack the Ripper.
All right, later, guys.
No.
It was good. See you later. Come on, that's fucking stupid.
They kind of make it seem like it's either Stefan or Damon that was Jack the Ripper, but more Damon, even though he's not a Ripper. Stefan is, but he had his humanity off. Sometimes Logan will walk in the room because I'm rewatching this show for like the 3rd time because I've never finished it because it's hard to, even though I have a love-hate with Elena Gilbert as a character because she's my conduit for being with Damon in the show. But when she leaves,
Doesn't she sound fucking crazy?
I sound fucking crazy. But
I just want to go home.
but no, so the show's better with her.
How I can get
because-
inside of Damon.
Yeah, baby. But the show's better with her on it, even though she's such a bad actress. Because like, I like the characterization of everything there.
The plot has a plot.
The plot has a plot that feels like it was planned. Not a bunch of random characters that you're supposed to feel a connection to out of fucking nowhere. So I've never fully finished it, but I'm trying to fully finish it this time. And it's fucking hard at times.
So you don't even know how the show ends.
I know. Okay, I've gotten to like the last like
Hold
3
on.
episodes. I've gotten to the last 3 episodes.
Hold on.
What?
You're the biggest Vampire Diaries fan on the planet, and you actually
I
haven't
have.
finished
I
the
mean, I
show.
have a pretty fucking good idea how the show ends, but I've gotten to the last 3 episodes. Okay, I don't like watching the ending of shows because it makes my heart sad. Because then they're over.
Doesn't the show have two spinoffs?
Yes. Which okay.
Fucking
also,
two of them, not one.
But like of what?
the
Fucking no! And the thing is because Franny's fucking sitting on a Netflix account all day, like Damon. Every fucking time I turn on Netflix, like, did you want to watch the originals or Legacies? And I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is.
I had no idea
you
those
know
were the
who's
spinoffs.
yeah, you know who's a big fan of this show too? My father.
Yeah, your dad. I love that story about your dad where he goes.
So I knew my dad watched the originals, but I wasn't sure if he watched Vampire Diaries because he's been telling me for years to like watch the originals. I've kind of watched it. It's a little harder to get into.
Why? Because it has a story.
Maybe, but he really liked that
They're
one.
not teenagers.
Maybe, but I say as an adult. But my dad was like, "You got to watch the originals. You like it." And I was like, do you know what it's from? Like, have you seen Vampire Diaries? And he goes, the Salvatore brothers. I fucking love it.
Oh my goodness.
I just love picturing my dad watching Vampire Diaries.
And do you think it's because he's also lost in Damon's eyes?
So, wow. So do you think now this is clearly a soap opera? I don't think there's any argument there.
Yeah, it's a soap opera.
So
with
do you
vampires.
think? What do you think really draws you in? Do you think it's the sci-fi element, like the horror element, or do you think it's specifically vampires?
Ian Somerhalder. No, vampires. I like.
Because
I like
want
that
us
kind
really
of stuff.
badly to review Roswell.
Yeah.
Really badly. Do you know what Roswell is? It's Vampire Diaries, but they're aliens.
Oh, okay. I figured by Roswell.
Yeah. It's got
Yeah.
Colin Hanks and who's that one? Katherine Heigl? Heigl?
Weird. Okay.
She's really aggressive in it. But that's her general state of
It's
being.
like that's
So
Katherine Heigl.
yeah.
I really like this show, guys.
I think we should do Roswell though. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
to
I
interrupt.
like the idea of doing Roswell.
Let's do Roswell and like another god awful like Riverdale or something.
Yeah, Riverdale is.
They're both about towns. We could do that. You know what? That's a great. You heard it here, folks. Roswell and Riverdale coming at you, baby.
They talk about a lot of like D&D lore stuff though. There's like vampires obviously.
No. They don't talk about it. They lift it.
Yeah.
They steal from it.
Yeah.
Big difference.
I like it.
How do you feel about that, Cody?
I just want to stop talking about this show.
No, you gotta have an opinion.
I know, and my
Everybody's
opinion
got
is
one.
this is balls.
Oh.
I would say I love Dungeons and Dragons. That's about it.
But it's like
I
Dungeons
don't-
and Dragons the show
No, it's not.
plus a soap opera.
It's a soap opera,
Yes, but I love
but
it.
it's not even a good one.
Okay, I don't like
If
a
we want to
normal-
watch like a good soap opera, let's do a telenovela.
Do you know how
Let's
much
go
they-
watch Jane the Virgin.
You see, I
you know in
don't.
D&D a day-night ring. You know
A daylight ring.
they
Yeah.
they change one fucking letter and act like it's an original concept.
Yeah.
It's called a day-night ring because no matter whether it's day or night, you are cloaked in the shadows. Your
It's great.
stealth is the same. So what is in this? It's a daylight ring, and so vampires don't burn to death during the day. Which, by the way, I don't know about you, but have you ever like played basketball or jingled some keys out of your pocket? Sometimes your ring comes off, and then you're fucking dead.
You know, you can buy the rings. They're very cringy to own, but I
Why
kinda
wouldn't
wanna own
a person just like fucking staple it to their face? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Why wouldn't you just have that shit pierced onto you?
Yeah, because that becomes a thing. And it doesn't have to be a ring. Like, there's a different character, Catherine, also played by Nina Dobrev. And and she wears a daylight bracelet.
What do? Do they just like put her hair in a ponytail and they're like, she's a different person?
No, they curl her hair. They have her talk a little raspier, and they have her have sass and wear leather.
And then her third character has red highlights, and they're like,
She plays a man. It's like Medea and shit.
They just take one of his eyebrows and put it right above her lip.
There's multiple times in the show where Nina Dobrev has to act like she's going crazy, and literally it is the hardest thing to watch ever. But also another hard to watch thing is they have
pilot.
Fuck you.
The show.
They have
The show.
They have Paul Wesley at another time play a separate character too, because they're both doppelgangers. But
and do they have him curl his hair and
they
talk
just have
raspy
him
and
be,
have sass?
They just
They're
have
like,
him
actually, he
be
just wears
evil.
blackface.
Oh God. He's supposed to just be a bad
This is
version.
Stefante.
But he's
a bad version. They just black out one of his teeth.
Right? He's so stiff as a board as an actor that like he cannot. Oh God, he literally cannot pretend to be anything else.
He's better than the other dude is.
No, Ian Somerhalder carries that show on his back.
He does not.
Yes, he does.
Well, maybe with his sexual attraction, people want to fuck him real bad.
Logan
I know
always-
that.
He's better looking.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I one of that like text thing. That like text.
Oh my fucking God.
You know how celebrities have like that like fake number that you can text and like they text you updates and shit?
Yes.
I do that with Ian Somerhalder.
Are you kidding me? I'm learning a lot about you today.
I've been exposed.
by yourself.
And then she'll literally, at one point when it was early on, she's like, oh my God, he texted me back. I'm like, he's not real. That's not him.
I know, but he'll. Okay.
That's her free pass.
Yeah, that's my free pass. 100. Him and Post Malone.
What?
What an odd. She's like Post Malone and the ghost of Chris Farley.
Is your free pass Queen Latifah?
I think she's gay.
Well, yeah.
But if she wasn't, she'd be more than my free pass. She'd be my exponential goal.
Got it.
Oh, God.
She would be my leave you later.
Who's your pass then?
I think it's what is her name? She's from SNL.
Oh.
Melissa Villaseñor, I think.
Yeah.
Villaseñor. She's got. I love women with ugly ass voices. That's why I love Franny. So no, I'm just kidding. But no, I love stark, aggressive, nasally, angry women voices. I think it's because I just didn't get enough like punishment from women growing up, so I just want somebody to like be my angry mommy. You know.
I would love to watch a show where you were the son to Fran Drescher.
Fuck, you'd have to worry that it's on the front page of Pornhub because I fuck her right then and there.
Who's your free pass?
I mean, everyone's my free pass because I'm single. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
Good point. It just could be anybody and everybody.
You hated that question so much you actually had to you had to verbally sigh. You're like, fuck you for that question.
I'm like, I need to go.
Anyways, we can stop talking about Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, we're gonna
now
can
we
and take
please?
a
I'm
break.
sweating.
We're gonna take
He's done.
We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back and talk about Teen Wolf.
Hello, we're
I
back.
wonder if you can hear that cannon fire. This is around we're recording. I don't know when this is gonna come out. It could be like in fucking March. We don't even know because the way we upload things is crazy. But this is around the time where the election just happened. And
Literally, it is November 6th right now. It's a Friday.
People are pissed, and they're the kind of people that I love to see pissed. But regardless, they're pissed. So there's like I don't know. I
And
imagine
we definitely live in a Trumpy area.
there's
of
like
America.
a Civil War reenactment happening outside. I think. But hopefully it doesn't pick up. This thing's pretty good about like sounding that stuff out. Hopefully it doesn't pick it up. But if it does, like it's extra action. It's like we're in a war zone. All right, so today we're talking about
Teen Wolf.
which is a remake of the film Teen Wolf, which was also an MTV film back in 1980 something. I don't know. Starring Michael J. Fox. This version is starring Tyler Posey and his misjoined chin, his not symmetrical chin.
It's worse than Tom Cruise's middle tooth.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
To
No.
me, it is.
No, Tom Cruise, he looks like one of those like incestual things from Wrong Turn. With that
I don't know
middle
what
tooth.
that is.
You don't know what Wrong Turn is?
No.
You're a fucking film reviewer. You don't know what Wrong Turn is? You're a fucking film critic.
Don't
and you don't
yell
know,
at me.
You're a fucking film critic and you don't know what Wrong Turn
You
is.
know, it happens.
Like, it makes sense if Cody doesn't know what that is.
Because I'm a TV reviewer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
baby.
a recording artist. By the way, go check out his YouTube channel. It's in the description. Anyway, let's talk about the Teen Wolf. The wolf that is a teen. This launched a lot of careers. Tyler Posey, sort of, other than, he got his nudes leaked, so it's not really a career anymore. But more notably, that of Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah. Cody, do you want to launch us off with the wiki page?
Yeah, of course. Teen Wolf is an American supernatural teen drama television series developed by Jeff Davis for MTV, loosely based off the 1985 film of the same name that Logan mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Posey portrays the title character, a young werewolf who defends his California town from supernatural creatures and other threats. And it features Tyler Posey, Dylan O'Brien, Tyler Hoechlin, Colton Haynes, and those are the only people you know.
Yeah,
It
pretty
ran
much.
for 100 episodes and 6 seasons, which means it is officially syndicated.
Mm-hmm.
What does syndicated mean?
It means they play reruns.
Oh.
They play it over and over again.
What are the requirements for being syndicated?
100 episodes.
Wow.
And so
it literally just got to the cutoff of
yep,
being
it's at
syndicated?
100 episodes.
Wow.
And that's what makes you that moolah. That's what gets you your royalties.
So they really just milked that until they got 100.
Well, you know what else, too? It probably was the network wanted 100 out of it, because then they also have to pay less money for it's weird. It's a weird concept, but in a way it works for both networks, both the network and the showrunners, because now the network can run reruns all they want, because now it's just one fat check essentially. So they can run it on Pluto TV or MTV all the fucking time because now it's syndicated. Where before it'd have to be like, oh, we have to pay these individual people their individual rights for airing this individual episode.
Yep.
You learn something new every day, folks.
Teen Wolf. All right.
Oh, Teen Wolf.
My opinion right off the bat is that this is slightly better than Vampire Diaries.
False. It is hard to look at.
What?
The fucking CW does a lot better job with like the special effects than MTV does by a long fucking shot.
I mean, they're also, I think, as far as you compare pilots too, there's some really bad shots of Vampire Diaries, by the way. Like him jumping out of this house looks fucking ridiculous. But if you compare, Teen Wolf also had a lot more to do. Like it had a lot more to show.
Yeah, but I feel like we could have seen less and still gotten the point. Like we didn't need to see
And
the whole ass werewolf.
There's tons of like running, like there's a running sequence where he's like, I guess he's woken up in the woods.
Yeah,
That running sequence looks great.
Yeah.
there's definitely some like actual artistry. Thanks. That is lacking in like shows like the Vampire Diaries. Like there are some good cutscenes and the setting is good in some scenes, but like just I cannot get past.
Well, I think right
The
off the bat, I
or
like
the
these
werewolf.
characters better.
Yeah,
I agree.
These characters are better through and through. I mean,
the acting is better. I mean, there are some
Not
bad
all of
parts.
it.
There are some bad parts.
I'll give you that. Like the acting is about the same. I think Tyler Posey's pretty fucking bad, but he's a more interesting character than
Dylan O'Brien does the best job, I'd say.
I don't know. I really like the Colton Haynes character.
Colton Haynes is an actual good actor.
And you know, as a lot of people know him, he's a model and he's been in other shows and stuff. He's pretty good in this, and we'll talk about. I've watched a little bit more of the show, so I got a little bit more to say about some characters.
I've watched a little bit of it, but I don't remember as much.
Yeah, I got some stuff ready for it, but
Yeah.
So right off the bat, this does suffer from one of the biggest MTV things, and Vampire Diaries suffered from this too. So it's good I'm mentioning it now.
Yeah.
Every other scene has to have a pop song in it.
Yep.
Yeah, and MTV just has all the pop songs at their fingertips.
Yeah, but Vampire Diaries did the same thing. I really hate that. Can we get like some sort of, because both shows have a decent score for what it is. Vampire Diaries has a really great score actually.
Oh yeah.
But Teen Wolf has a decent score. Can we get more of it, please? Like, does it gotta be like, and then you sat on the women with the Like it's all just like really sad.
The song they play during like
Death Cab for Cutie fucking bullshit.
What's the song they play during the lacrosse scene? Horrible.
Actually, I kind of like that scene.
It felt like a 2006 like college film, but I was super into
The thing is, they were trying to. I agree with that scene because they're trying to replicate what the '85 film was, which Michael J. Fox runs around with a basketball. And by the way, if you watch it now, that is not how basketball is played. It looks fucking crazy.
Really?
But it looks so fucking crazy.
I want to watch it.
They're
now.
like he's like shooting baskets on opposite sides of the court. I'm like, you're shooting in the other person's.
Maybe we should do that for Crosscut.
Maybe that'll be the cross promotion.
Hey.
Ooh.
Probably not.
Probably not. We'll see.
Because I don't want to subject myself to more of this content because I don't really like it that much. But it's not as bad as Vampire Diaries. But
it's worse than Vampire Diaries.
Sure, okay. But that scene was recreated to not only pay homage, but to actually like the story isn't so much about him being a wolf. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
But it's more about him going from rags to riches, becoming popular and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and really what the show is, it's American Dragon Jake Long.
Oh my God.
It has, okay, this
Good
is in the first
fucking
episode,
point.
so it's not spoilery. You find out the Hunter character is his girlfriend's dad.
Yeah.
American Dragon Jake Long. He has a dorky friend who's so fucking interested in everything he's doing to the point of exhaustion. That's American Dragon Jake Long. He's got the whole can't control his transformations always. Sometimes they're based on emotion. You know, Dragon Jake Long. It's American Dragon Jake Long.
Wow. Good fucking point. Did that come out first?
Well, I mean, I think Teen Wolf came out before all of it, the fucking movie, but
Oh.
I think that they really did take a lot of digs. Like, I don't think there was hunters in Teen Wolf from the. I'm pretty sure.
So American Dragon Jake Long came out first.
Long was like 2006 or 7 or 8.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go as far as say like this is because this is kind of trope like in a way.
Yeah, I just think it's a trope.
But it's just really it's too on the nose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it very much is like if you like American Dragon Jake Long and you always wanted the live action version, this is the one for you, baby. This is the same show. It's the same show, and that's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's fun. I think the situations he gets himself into in this pilot are indicative of like a not so serious kind of like teen drama show. You know, like the girl, I don't know what's her, Allison.
Yeah.
Allison Argent or Ardent, which actually I think that means silver. By the way,
Oh.
so that might be the whole hunter thing because they're using silver and shit to kill them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But they're her hitting the dog and then bringing the dog in was like, okay, this is a little weird and on the nose, but it's fine.
The scene
silvery white.
Ooh.
Yep.
The scene where the teen wolf Tyler Posey walks in the room of cats. He works at like a animal hospital, and he walks in this room of cats right after he became a werewolf, and they just freak the fuck out.
Which, like our friend Zane, if you're out there, that's how cats used to react to you, buddy.
maybe he's a teen wolf.
You're definitely not listening to this, but that's if you are, let me know.
Let me know if you got this one reference.
Yeah,
that's your bait. This podcast features 3 of your friends. That's your bait to find out if you listen or not.
because we got 1,000 views, baby. We don't need you if you don't.
I will say, this is substantially better than Vampire Diaries.
I mean,
How can you have that opinion?
Because I like the characters a lot more. I think the acting is better. I think the cinematography is way better. I will agree that I think I like the Vampire Diaries score better.
Yeah.
And I will say there's probably more intrigue and more storyline going
like
on
the
in Vampire
There is.
Diaries.
I like the look of standalone scenes of Vampire Diaries. Like, if they're having a conversation, I think Vampire Diaries' warm color looks nicer.
Yeah.
But when it comes to these cinematic elements of like a fight or a chase, these wide shots they do in Teen Wolf is way better.
It's
way better.
I
agree that like they definitely set up more of an intriguing plot line in Vampire Diaries than they do in Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is a little like they kind of make it a little easier to digest at first.
It's also a better plot line.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Maybe, but I don't care.
Because with Vampire Diaries, it's all predicated on the idea that your conduit character is just a side piece for the interesting part of the show. She's just an element. Whereas Teen Wolf, you are the interesting character. You know, it's like the difference of like playing Pokemon, like playing like dungeons, you know, where you are a Pokemon versus when you're just a Pokemon trainer, you know?
Right.
It's
Good point. I see that.
You just feel kind of adjacent to the action of
But you're
Vampire
not going to
Diaries.
convince me that Vampire Diaries is a bad show. It's perfect in every way.
Yeah, we got your opinion on it. We got
Yeah.
it. We got it. We got it all up here. We understand. Yeah, I mean, the thing is about the show is it's really inconsequential as far as the pilot goes. I think the Tyler character, what's his name? Derek Hale.
Yeah.
That character is a little stiff to me right off the bat.
Every
agree.
scene where they show him, like, I guess he's they kind of set it up to get you thinking that he's like the alpha werewolf. I don't know if that's true or not. But every scene that he's in, he's just standing in a corner somewhere still.
I wonder if they ever explain why he's like when Tyler Posey changes on the full moon. I assume that Derek Hale is a werewolf, but he doesn't change in that scene. So I'm very curious.
We'll talk about it in
that.
the spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of hint to something. When he's talking to what is Tyler Posey's character's name?
Scott.
When he's that does kind of feel like a weird name. I feel like his name shouldn't be Scott.
I know. I was saying that earlier. I was like, everyone else has like Styles,
But it's the
Derek.
It's the name of the character from the old movie.
Oh,
Scott.
okay, that makes sense. He just doesn't look like a Scott.
He doesn't look
But
like a Scott.
so when Derek Hale's character is talking to, or Derek Hale, that's the character. When he's talking
Derek Hale's character.
when he's talking to
Apart
Scott
within a part.
and like right when he's like starting to transform into a werewolf, he says like, if you want to learn how to control this, you gotta come with me.
Right.
If you want to be my lover.
You got to get with my friends.
Making it last forever. There's
Friendship
a lot
never ends.
There's a lot of gay sexual tension in this.
You know, that was
There's
what
a
I was
lot.
going to say. That's almost what makes it more interesting than the other show is I get real gay vibes. I mean, like, this almost feels like a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. You know what I'm saying? This is like Top Gun. It's super, like, secretly gay.
Yeah.
There's a scene where the Colton character, that's his name, right?
Colton
Haynes is the actor.
Is the
What's the name of
actor.
the character?
I have no idea.
I'll pull up the cast list.
Whatever.
This will
Colton
make it
Haynes'
easier.
character throws Scott up against the locker and goes,
Yeah.
"You fucking juicing? You want to come in my ass?" Like, it's like literally so intense. And then he's like, and then after they get done yelling at each other, Scott goes, like he just came. Like it was simulated sex for sure.
His name is Jackson.
Jackson.
Ew.
Sorry,
Okay.
Miss Jackson.
I am. Okay.
Yep.
I 100% agree. And gosh, it would be so much better if the girls weren't in it because they are the most basic looking females you could put on this show, and they have no personality, and they're not interesting. The only interesting thing is that her dad's a hunter. But like, what if they made Jackson's dad the hunter, and he already like hates him, but there's like a weird chemistry thing there.
I guess that's one thing I'll give Vampire Diaries is that all their characters are equally boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with this show, it's kind of
You
unfair.
mean equally great?
No, I
I'll stop
don't.
now.
But yeah, all of the men in the show are way more interesting than.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
definitely male forward in Teen Wolf.
But here's the thing. That's why the show is really smart because here's the thing about teenage girls. They just want to watch Tyler Posey be hot and be a werewolf and shit.
Yeah, but is he hot? Is he?
There are definitely people who
Yeah.
find Tyler Posey hot.
I can't get past
And
the
for
chin.
those that don't, they find Colton Haynes hot. And for those that are even weirder.
Dylan O'Brien, baby.
Exactly. There's 3 totally different kind of male leads all simulated in there. And if people want to watch people with their shirts off in all different forms, shapes, and sizes, they're just short a man with man tits. Like, they're just short a fat boy. Which, I mean, people could get into that. People love dad bod, so they just need to have a dad bod character in there.
Yeah, baby.
But, yeah, I think that girls will watch it for the reasons that are already implemented in. And then men might be able to attach onto it because the conduit character and the fact that it is...
It's just boys being boys.
It's just, the boys are,
The boys are back in town.
yeah, the boys are playing,
They're just boy piling.
yeah, which is fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into spoilers here. Based on the pilot,
Wait, hold on. Fuck, marry, kill.
All right, first, who are we? We do this every time. We fuck up the order every time. Who are we?
Oh God, I don't know.
We have to do it for each other, right?
I think I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna say yours for you. You're Lydia based on the show. Which one with the red hair? You just don't know it yet.
I'm the one that like was making out with Colton Haynes and was like watching Tyler Posey.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see it.
That's
okay.
you. That's you. 1,000%.
Who am I? I don't know these characters.
Oh gosh.
I guess you kind of like you linger a lot, like Derek.
She gives me Tyler Hecklin vibes.
Yeah, you always like are in the corner, like staring at everybody and not talking.
My least favorite character.
You're like, if you want to control it.
If you want to control it.
God.
And I am
Dylan O'Brien.
You're Dylan O'Brien.
I wish I was that dog that got hit by that car, but then I actually died. No,
you're
I guess
definitely Styles.
Oh man, you guys are really quick to say that I'm the dork character on the show.
Well, okay, controversial. I'd say the other character that I lean him being is actually the Hunter dad.
Hey.
Oh, wait, hold on. We forgot to talk about my favorite scene in this. The fucking internet search when
There's
Styles
always
is
I love bitch. I will pay money to watch a good internet search scene where Google is not mentioned. They're like, I'm using search browser or Bing. I love that shit. But there was a compilation I saw. Internet, please bring it to me because I can't find it anymore. It's all the different internet search scenes and movies played with like ridiculous sound effects and music.
Yes,
There's a really good part where it's Amazing Spider-Man. I think it's Amazing Spider-Man 2 when he's like trying to figure out like, why is this coin in my calculator? And it's just like the music is so fucking funny, and like there's certain moments where he leans in and they add a fart effect. I'm like, this is really brilliant comedy. So I love an internet search scene. And I love how he figured out not only that his friend was for sure a vampire, but he was able to get a hold of... werewolf, my bad. It's all the same. His friend is for sure a werewolf, but he also found the correct literature in olden books immediately. Immediately, he had that shit.
He just like pulled it out of his ass. Like it was there. He wasn't in a library or anything. He was in his room.
It was all hiding in his Jeep, dude. He had all the info he needed in his fucking clearly...
I fucking love his Jeep. Oh, and then my other favorite scene, which we all laughed at, when he's like one of the first scenes when Tyler Posey and Dylan O'Brien are running up that hill, and Tyler Posey's character needs his inhaler after 3 steps.
Oh, yeah, I know. By the way the show starts out is bizarre. They open to Tyler Posey on his porch, and then his friend, I don't know, is hanging upside down. And they go, you want to go see a dead body? And he's like, lit. And they go looking for a dead body in the woods. And that's how this show starts. This show starts like the end of Stand By Me.
Which we were talking, Logan was talking about it, and he was like, I don't think guys in high school wanted to go find dead bodies.
And then like we thought about Zane.
And we were like, yeah, Zane would.
Yeah.
We all have that friend that would be the one to lead you to a dead body.
Come on, guys. We're never getting another chance to do this. I'm like, well, just wait for a loving relative to die and you'll see one then too. Wait for a hospital bed. Don't wear a mask. You'll see it tons and tons.
God. In our year 2020.
Which hopefully this is uploaded in 2020, but it might be uploaded in 2021. So
hopefully if this is in 2021, we're doing better.
A letter to the future, guys. I hope shit's cool.
Same.
But also, this could be posted before this. I don't know. We have a lot of content, but I'm just spacing out the uploads a little bit. But because you don't need too much of a good thing. What was I gonna say? So
wait,
yeah, the intro to the show is really weird.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't think the issue I have is that they exposed things that didn't need to happen. They showed so much of these CG deer. They didn't need to show us that.
God.
They could have had a dark screen, a couple of hooves, a couple of feet,
Yeah.
And then we would have been fine.
I wonder if they were like, okay, we put the budget into 2 deer, so we might as well just have like 20. It's the same thing.
My thing is, they didn't even need to show it was a deer. They could have just had like scampering, darkness, rustling of leaves dropping, rolling over.
We definitely, same thing with the wolf. We could have seen less of the wolf.
We didn't see that much of the wolf.
Yeah, but we could have still seen less.
You're wrong, and I'll explain later. You're definitely wrong about that.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, so we did who we are.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Marry, kill. All right, Cody, you start.
I don't want to.
You gotta.
This
was your fucking idea.
I know, but this is difficult. I don't know. I don't know.
You
Can
like-
we do Franny first?
Franny, you gotta
Okay.
get fucked first.
Franny, get fucked.
Fuck Styles, Dylan O'Brien's character.
So you're banging him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd love that. In his Jeep.
What is Dylan O'Brien
Oh wait,
doing?
no, I think actually no, scratch that. I'm gonna fuck Tyler Posey's character just once. I don't want it a lot. Until later in Scream.
Yeah. When you're dealing drugs, I'll come back.
Yeah, when he's a scrappy looking drug dealer. But marry Dylan O'Brien's character, Styles, yes. Kill fuck just any of them. The Tyler Hoechlin's character, Derek Hale, kill him. He's creepy.
Okay. I mean, you could kill both of the women. I don't care. They're awful. I would kill the women. I think I would slam Tyler Hoechlin.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't know why. I just feel like he plays baseball.
He's probably
I don't know why.
He's probably got that
Heaven.
like
He plays baseball in Seventh Heaven.
Oh my gosh, he does.
There's somebody
does.
making me.
Yeah, that's it.
I think
probably
it's
got that
really
baseball
funny
ass.
that our audience now knows that you're like a Seventh Heaven stan, or you were at one point, because that is not your aesthetic, baby. Where can you go?
Damn it.
And then I'd marry Styles because he's a good friend.
Yeah.
And your best friend needs to be your husband.
And yeah, I need to marry my best friend.
And he really takes care of people, you know? Like, I feel like
I
it'd
know.
be a good marriage.
If I was
That's why
turned
I'd
into
marry
a
him.
werewolf, he'd be there for me.
Yeah.
And that's all I can ask
And
for.
he's got that Jeep.
All right, so
And he's got that G.
I would definitely fuck Allison. I'd kill, no questions asked. I would 1,000% kill that soccer coach, or lacrosse coach.
Oh, I forgot about
Oh,
him.
yeah.
And
good
then
point.
I would marry that principal in that suit, because he became a principal and has a nice ass suit in like his early 20s. He is a man with goals. He can take care of me.
But
I
can
love
he
that
protect
for
you
you.
from a werewolf?
With that big ass mansion, he can. He'll fucking throw his wallet at it and it'll die under the pressure of the weight.
Me too.
He was so young. This principal walks in and I'm like, hey, is he another student that dresses in a suit? He looked younger than the high school cast.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, this man has dreams.
Yikes.
He's gonna run for office, I guarantee him.
Oh, God.
2024.
All right, let's talk about spoilers.
Yeah. So Logan's really the only one that has watched it.
All right, here we go.
Hold on. Would you watch it based on the pilot?
Oh yeah.
You know, I love trash. I'd watch it.
I wouldn't.
I think I'd give the second episode a shot, but I
Yeah.
think it's just because in comparison to Vampire Diaries, this is better.
You know,
But I wouldn't watch either naturally.
I have a hard time watching news shows because I just rewatch Vampire Diaries. So maybe this
I like
is
that you
another
think that's
show.
funny and not concerning. You're
So-
someone who consumes media for a job, and you're like, I like watching the same thing every night.
It's comfort. All my other high anxiety people out there, they know what I mean. Anyways, we can continue with spoiler
All right.
talk.
Spoilers start now. Okay, so Teen Wolf. All right, so right off the bat, this should be mentioned. The character Derek Hale is not the one who bit Scott.
Okay.
Oh.
Scott was bit, I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm just going off memory here, by the uncle of Derek, who turned, like, he's so, like, there's, like, I think being born a werewolf, and then there's being turned. Derek is like his own deal. He's like an omega or some shit, or like a beta, but he's born a vampire, so he can control it easier.
Werewolf.
Sorry, werewolf. Fuck me in my ass. It's all the same shit. So like he can kind of control it better. He's had it longer, but the person who turned Scott is his uncle, and they don't actually know this for a long period in the show. They're trying to figure out like who the fuck is this other werewolf, because they don't know.
Oh wow.
And it turns out like Derek's family all burned to death, and there's like one that's like unable to move like in a home, and it turns out he actually is able to move. He did regenerate and recover, and he's a fucking killer, bro.
I remember that because I watched probably all of first season with you, I believe.
I don't know.
At least half of it. I don't know.
I definitely don't think you must have, because I wouldn't watch this on my own.
Yeah.
But that actually was a pretty good, like, as far as the show goes, they build it up really well. Also, Lydia and Allison start to become closer friends with Stiles and Tyler Posey's character, and I think her and Jackson like kind of break up or like kind of together, but Jackson is finding out as the show goes on, like, okay, I want to be like you. You're a fucking werewolf, and I want to be a werewolf like you, motherfucker.
Right.
And what happens is at the end of the first season, because I think I got 2 seasons worth of knowledge here. Derek and them, they kill his uncle or some shit like that, something very close to that.
Okay.
And I don't know if they actually kill him, but Derek becomes an alpha.
Okay.
And he decides that it's appropriate for him to start changing people.
Oh, God.
So he offers to change Jackson.
Yikes.
But Jackson is fucked up, and his like heart's all fucked up, and he's like evil and shit. So he becomes a whole different creature. He becomes like a lizard monster thing.
Yes. It's like coming back to me.
And it's actually some really fucking good television. I think the second season's actually really good.
Wow, I really want to rewatch this now.
And the whole show, they're trying to figure out, like, okay, how did this happen to Jackson? Is it Jackson? All this other shit. And, like, yeah, this is spoiler right now. You're going to know that it's Jackson, so that part will be ruined for you if you're listening on. But it's still really, really good. And also now, I don't know if it's introduced in the first season or the second season, but now there's the hunter guy, the father. His father comes, like the grandfather of Allison, and he's like fucking Van Helsing. He's like the badass hunter.
Damn.
So like shit's getting more and more serious. And then I know that as the show goes on, there's more werewolves introduced because of other packs.
Does Allison like know about them?
There's a point where she knows, and I think she actually is like not cool. Like she doesn't like they don't stay together.
Wow.
Like which is crazy.
He belongs with Colton Haynes.
And then
him and his weird lizard.
And then Colton Haynes. I'm not gonna. Maybe you still want to watch. I'm not gonna finish season 2. Not you, Cody. You people. Maybe you realize you've heard this part and you're like, oh, I think I'm gonna go actually watch it. But there is a point later on where the Colton Haynes character is written off for a while because he got a job on Arrow. So
yeah, he's really good on Arrow. I genuinely like his character a lot.
So he disappears for a while, even though I feel like the show really was not prepared for him to leave in the way they wrote it. But
damn,
that's okay. Still a good show. Pretty good. They really did improve on the second season. And then as time goes on, characters get written off more and more, and Dylan O'Brien becomes the main character of the show.
Wow, really?
Not just because of people being written off, but fans react to Stiles as being the best character.
Right.
So
I get
as
it.
time goes on, Stiles becomes the main character.
Does he? Well, I don't want to know anymore because I might actually go watch it.
But is Tyler Posey still on?
I think he's on a lot of it. I don't know if he's fully written off, but there's definitely a point in the show where Tyler Posey's there and he's not the main character, and he's on the show consistently.
Wow.
Weird. Okay.
I kind of like that because I feel like we got... this is what I hate about shows sometimes. Sometimes a show has great characters, but they won't relinquish the spotlight.
Yeah.
They won't give
and they'll
it to
just
somebody
write
else.
it into the ground.
So this way, like, it is true that Stiles' character is a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed.
Think about the situation he's in.
That's why we'd marry him and not just fuck him,
Yeah. But I know that this show definitely also outlived its popularity. I know that this show's popularity started falling off in like the 4th and 5th seasons. So
yeah.
But still, apparently, the show's best moments weren't even the first season. People believe the 2nd and 3rd season are the best of the show. So I think it's worth checking out.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch it now. I want to jump back in.
Yeah, I might actually watch it. We'll see.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy that it's the truth about pilots. Sometimes I think this pilot's strong, but I don't think it's strong enough to sell people on what the show actually is.
Because I have watched like that pilot multiple times.
Oh, and the reason why you're wrong about the wolf is because it shows us the wolf. Like, we see the wolf later, but we also see Tyler Holken with Derek Hale.
Oh, yeah.
Heck,
We see him in his, like, wolfy form. It's
and
important
it's a
for us to
different wolf.
distinguish that it's something else. That's why they showed it to us. And that wolf blows up like a Blockbuster or some shit because there's still a rental video store in this show at this time, which is wild because I feel like even
it's
though
in 2011, right?
2009, I think.
I think
Maybe
2011.
You might be right. But regardless, I was still a manager at a video store till like 2018, so I can't talk shit, but it just felt weird that a video store was in the show. But
June 5th, 2011.
yeah. But still,
Wow, it ran from 2011 to 2017.
So now that we're here with this, if you're still listening to the spoiler stuff, I don't want to spoil it anymore because frankly I don't have that much more. But also, I now watching more of it do recommend you watch it. At least if you're into this kind of stuff, especially if you're into like Vampire Diaries and shit, you'll really like this. All right, cool. Is all we have to say about that?
Yeah, I say give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Don't give Vampire Diaries a shot. Sorry, Franny.
No, give Vampire Diaries a shot. It's
Don't do it.
amazing.
It's a waste of time.
Fuck you both. All right,
Maybe later.
I was just laughing. I didn't even say anything.
but
do you guys have any social medias you want to plug?
if you like me and Logan and want to hear us talk about film,
Or if you just like me, which is more likely.
wow, okay, fuck you then. I'm Crosscut Cinema.
Yep. YouTube.com/crosscut cinema. You can also check us out on Twitter at YouTube or not
Twitter.com/crosscut cinema.
It's just at crosscut cinema, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then yeah, I mean that basically is a similar concept to this, except we do it with our other two friends and we review films in specific. We upload every week on Wednesday at noon Eastern. So if you're into this kind of stuff and you like movies, that is definitely a channel for you. It'll be linked in the description. And then Cody, what do you have to plug?
I have an EP. It's called Temple. It's out on all streaming services. And if you don't like Vampire Diaries, go follow me at CL Blue Official on all social medias.
What about if they do like Vampire Diaries? Can they still
They can
follow
also
you?
follow me.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I
What if it'd be fucked up
encourage
if
if
you
they
were
don't.
like you're like
No.
No. I just have to stop following
I
you
just
on social media.
especially encourage if they don't.
And then also follow our social media.
Yeah.
A Pilot Podcast.
Yes, we're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. It's a Pilot Podcast on both.
We have an email if you guys want to send us like recommendations.
Pilotpodcast@gmail.com.
We
Also,
will check them.
if you have any fan art or anything fun, you can send them that over too. I just got my first fan art, so I'm geeking out from my
Yeah.
other channel.
Oh, I kicked the table. But yeah, Logan got some.
She's like, yeah, it's great.
Drop kicks the laptop.
Oh, God.
And I would say usually our thing is we tell you what's coming next, but there's so much content out there.
We have no idea.
The best way for you guys to know what's coming up next is to follow our socials and check the description of videos. So,
We post these every other week on
Mondays. Yep.
We're still early.
Monday.
At the time of this recording, that's the schedule.
Yes. It might change. We're still.
Pilot pod.
Quit interrupting Franny.
Oh.
A pilot pod. I was laughing. You can tell that I wasn't talking, you know.
Well, we
Ha
look.
ha ha ha. A pilot podcast. Pilot podcast. A pilot podcast. A pilot. I hope you break your soundboard.
I think it's time for outro music.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys.
We love you.
See you.
Bye.